Wah, wah, wah. Hello YouTube and welcome to my channel. Very brief introduction to myself. So my name is George. I am 26, based in London. And yeah, this is really my first ever video content creation, my first ever upload to YouTube. So the editing may not be great. I'm going to do my best. I've been watching tutorials all morning. Hopefully we can throw something together that's at least watchable. But secondly, I'm going to try and do this in one take, just because I really want to get this video out in the next few hours, because of the circumstances, which I'll explain a little bit later. So why am I doing this, I hear you ask? So a couple of reasons. First of all, I just really want to get good at video content creation, editing videos, that sort of thing. I think it's obviously a very useful skill in contemporary society and in the workplace, blah, blah, blah. Secondly, and the main reason, so I guess the main reason for creating the channel, but also creating this video specifically, is because in 2 weeks' time, actually less than 2 weeks, at the end of next week, I will be jumping on a plane and flying to Istanbul in Turkey to get myself a naughty little hair transplant. I'm very excited. Yeah, I decided I would just create a short video series on YouTube, just to document it. Again, a couple of reasons for that. First of all, I think it will be very useful for myself just to look back on. Maybe one to show the grandkids in 50, 60, 70 years time when they are fretting about their hair loss. I can send them straight to YouTube, and show them that granddaddy also went on a little hair transplant journey. Of course, I don't know what state the technological advances, maybe they will, maybe hair loss won't even be a thing that exists anymore. But yeah, that's besides the point. And the other reason is because when I was obviously booking this, a few weeks back, and even still now, I was watching a ton of vlogs on YouTube around people who have gone to Turkey to get this done. But really, I say I was watching a ton, I was trying to find a ton, but I really couldn't find all that many. So I think it's something that people are interested in, well, at least, as I say, I was interested in it, but I wasn't able to find that content to cover people's experiences, help encourage and inform your decision for where you might end up going. So yeah, I guess we can go into my hair loss now. So my hair loss journey. So I started losing my hair when I was around 21 in second year of uni. I first noticed it in the shower, just sort of rubbed my hand through my hair, pulled my hand down to my face, and yeah, I had about 4 or 5 just sort of loose hairs sitting in my hand. It was incredibly traumatic. I had just dyed my hair bleach blonde at the time, so I kind of I wasn't overly worried. I thought, obviously I've ruined my hair, but in the future it will just grow back, blah, blah, blah. This isn't necessarily a permanent thing. This isn't something, like, for example, my dad still has a full of head of hair now. I now know that you should not be looking at your dad, you should be looking at your mum's male relatives, so your uncle, your granddad on your mum's side, and they are all big boldies. So yeah, that wasn't a great piece of information to discover one day trawling through various Reddit various Reddit forums. I'm not sure what the right word is. Anyway, obviously, as I say, initially it was fairly traumatic, but it was something that I wasn't overly worried about. And then over the next sort of 3, 4, 5 years, my hair has just now receded to a point where I look much better in a bucket hat. I will show you my hair a little bit later. Obviously, that's why you came here. But yeah, it just got to a point. I always knew that I was going to get a hair transplant down the line. It just wasn't something that I was actively thinking about until about a month ago, where really I'm just going on sort of a self-exploration journey, and it felt like the right thing to do. It felt like the right time, just to, I guess, take my confidence to the next level, because that's really why anyone would go and do this, I think, unless you are sort of a guinea pig and you're just experimenting. The only reason to go and get a hair transplant is to improve one's confidence. It definitely used to be a negative stigma around going to get yourself a hair transplant or any sort of cosmetic surgery, and I think to a point there should be, but equally, we should love ourselves for who we are. But equally, I'm not getting a nose job or anything. I am just getting hair that's already in my head put somewhere else on my head. So I feel like I'm just gonna, I'll be the same person. I'll have all the same what's the word? The same atoms within within my being. So why am I going to Turkey? So obviously, again, something that's quite a negative stigma around, or at least I found when I was searching YouTube videos. A lot of people who are creating these YouTube videos are, well, the people who are getting the most traction are obviously the people who have YouTube channels already established, and maybe they have a little bit more money, so they are choosing to go to Canada, the UK, America, Australia, wherever it may be, these places where hair transplants are a little bit more expensive. And they're kind of, I noticed that a lot of them were kind of turning their nose up at the prospect of going to Turkey. So I've done a lot of research into Turkey for hair transplants, and also into the specific clinic that I will be going to. That'll be Smile Hair Clinic. And yeah, I really don't sort of see where this negative stigma comes from. I don't want to say it's xenophobic, but there's certainly an element of people not wanting to go outside of their own comfort zone, and not trusting the institutions of another country. Turkey has, obviously, Istanbul specifically has the largest number of clinics in the world, and they are obviously very well priced as well. So I will be going to Turkey, as I say, Smile Hair Clinic specifically, and I am super excited. The clinic that I specifically chose, there was a BBC documentary done about them. There's also been a couple of articles written by the Good Men Project and other reputable sources, and that's coming from me, a reputable man. So my plans for this video series, so obviously this is just going to be an introduction video. I'll show you my hair very shortly, and then from there I'm going to do a video when I'm out in Istanbul. Obviously I'll have to edit it and do it when I'm back, so that's going to have the procedure, my feelings before, straight after, hopefully my big swelly puffy face, and various other sort of clips as well. I'm going to do a video on getting back into the gym, getting back into moving after hair transplant, because the gym is very important to me, and it's something that I almost didn't go for this because I heard from a couple of people that you have to wait 3 to 4 weeks to get back into the gym. I now believe that is false information. I think it's only a few weeks. You just can't really push yourself super hard following those few weeks. So yeah, I'll do a video on that as well. And then I'm also going to do sort of a 1 month, a 3 month, a 6 month update. Originally I did plan to do sort of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months, but having watched a couple of video series, it seems as if you will not be able to tell much of a difference between the second and the third month, etc., etc. So yeah, that's where I'm at. That's I guess, as I say, that's what the plan is as well. And I guess the only thing to do now is to show you my hair. So I'm gonna have a little bit of hat hair now as well. I didn't think that through. So we'll get right up and close and personal, be able to see everything that there is to see on my face, including my wrinkles and my unhealed nose piercing. So yeah, I've got a bit of a widow's peak here. It's bigger on this side, or at least this side, because I brushed my hair over that way. It's more noticeable on this side. I've always had a bit of a widow's peak, but it was exacerbated by the fact that as a kid I had blonde hair here. So maybe it wasn't much of a widow's peak, but I had blonde hair just here, so it made me look like I had a widow's peak, which wasn't ideal. And then we can see it's kind of thin in the front. So yeah, I'm going to get that all thickened out, and then I'm going to try and show you my crown without moving my camera. Again, just a little bit thin, and I'd like to get that thickened out as well. So yeah, so obviously my hair loss isn't woeful, but I've heard that it's best to go before it gets to that point where you're absolutely desperate for a hair transplant. Because I do intend, once I've had this done, to get on some meds to stop the rest of the hair that I currently have from falling out. So yeah, that's where we're at. Hopefully this was informative. Obviously I don't have all the answers. One final thing, actually, if you do have any questions at any point, please do drop me a message on Instagram, wherever it may be. More than happy to answer any questions. I can't claim to have all the knowledge. Maybe down the line I will have some more knowledge, but I will be going through this experience very shortly, and it's obviously experience that you watching, I assume, were also planning or thinking about going through. So yeah, if you have any questions about that, please do hit me up. I'm a very friendly chap, and yeah, I love to connect with like-minded people as well. So yeah, we're going to wrap things up, and I will see you guys all in a few weeks' time.